Hello, crypto boys and ghouls, and welcome back to the channel, Tales from the Cryptmancer, where we feature content on play-to-earn games on the blockchain, such as Splinterlands. And in today's video, I want to talk about a new bot exploit that I believe we've just exposed with the new rank reward systems, and I want to get this out to the community so we can let the Splinterlands dev team know about it and hopefully get this fixed or patched before it becomes a pervasive problem in the game. And I want to send a shout out to Wealthy from the YGG Dragons because they actually provided a screenshot that led me to look into this and investigate further. So let me first start off by playing you a clip from 3 months ago from our channel back in May. Early May, I think this was May 7th was when this video was published. I'll provide a link to the original video in the video description below should you wish to see it. But we talked about at that time a potential exploit to the new rank reward systems that would be released in the future here that could be used by bots. Now at the time, the focus was on surrenders, but you'll see here how it relates very quickly to draws here in just a second. So let's play the clip. And the bigger question is how this will affect the new ranked rewards. And you're probably thinking, well, it's not a big deal because everyone on the bot side needs to own their cards moving forward. Well, not so fast, because on April 19th, just about 2 weeks ago, there was a patch put in and applied to Splinterlands. And a key piece of this patch looks like this. Let me show you and highlight the information that's relevant to this discussion, and it is right here. The ranked battles have been updated so that the player will now still be able to submit a team and get credit towards daily quests even if their opponent surrenders. Let me read that again. The ranked battles have been updated so that the player will now still be able to submit a team and get credit towards daily quests even if their opponent surrenders. So let's go back and look at these win traits that are happening. Well, the opponent's not surrendering necessarily, they're just win trading here basically with a single summoner and a single monster. But what's the difference between submitting this lineup and just not submitting a lineup? Obviously, Diddy Mio knows that it's playing Just Time, that it's in the same bot farm. It knows that Just Time has a higher rating, so it needs to throw the match the Just Time, so it could just surrender here. And this account wouldn't even need to own any cards, and this account would only need to own, like I said, one General Sloan and maybe like a one mana card here, and then it's going to get credit for the win. It's going to get the DEC, it's going to get the rating, the ranking here, and it's going to keep climbing up the league here. So it's going to earn daily quests, it's going to earn DEC, and obviously this is a problem because the whole point of the rank reward system and owning the starter cards is that the bots have to own the cards to get the DEC, to get the daily quests or the focus points, and to get the rewards, right? Well, here's the loophole that's been put in place that the bots can now take advantage of. Basically, they can just surrender to their own bots in their farms and reap all the benefits and the rewards and do this over and over and over again because they're bots. So that was our concern back in May, so around 3 months ago, and now we've kind of seen that fear realized or manifested in the game here. And let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. So if we look here at this bot user right here, in this case it's Brian Soju, what do we see here with their battles that were just happening, I guess 25 minutes ago? So it's been running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It ran 5 battles in a row there 31 minutes ago. Well, what are we seeing here? We're seeing a no submitted team with a loss here. we're seeing a no submitted team here with a loss, and we're seeing a no submitted team here with a win. Now this doesn't seem maybe that extraordinary. You could maybe say, well, maybe the bot doesn't have the summoner cards. Well, they do. They have the summoner cards. They have all the starter cards, and we'll show you what cards this bot has specifically. But what we see is both in this case, Brian Soju and BUSD had a battle. Both are bot farms. The higher rated player in this case, Brian Soju, took the win, but look at this. It is a draw, basically, right? It should be considered a draw because none of them submitted a team. But look at this. Brian Soju got 19 rating, got 0.031 DEC, and got 14 reward shares, even though no one submitted a team, and we can't even see a replay here. There's no replay, there's no battle to share. It's like the battle didn't happen, but rewards were given here on this kind of draw scenario. Let's look again here. We got another, in this case, the Brian Soju got rating here, even though they didn't get DEC or reward shares, even though they threw the win to this bot right here. Now we look here against Wong Tong 461. Again, same scenario. Brian Soju got 20 rating, 0.041 DEC, and 19 reward shares, even though they didn't submit a team, a summon, or anything. Same thing here, 19 rating, 0.031 DEC, 15 reward shares, didn't submit a team, didn't submit a summoner, going against another bot, and got the rating, the DEC, and everything. No battle to replay, no battle to share. So they've obviously run across a bug here in the system and are exploiting it. And that's not good. So let's take a look at Brian Soju here, his account for this bot. You can see here, they own no cards. They're renting just for power here, 3,000 power. They're spending roughly 6 DEC a day to earn rewards using this method. They own all the starter cards, so they could play a summoner and a team if they chose to, but they're not. They're just submitting blank teams, taking the ratings, taking the DEC, and taking the reward share, which is obviously an exploit. If you go to their Explorer here, you can see, hey, look, a day ago they did the same thing. They transferred these 3 reward cards here yesterday, and they did it 3 days ago too. Wow, pretty good draw here. They got an epic Uraeus and an epic Tidebiter, and transferred that to Aaron and for selling and dumping of those reward cards. So again, this is an exploit. It's obviously intentional what they're doing here, submitting teams with a no summoner, no teams, and it's not good. It's not a good look, right? So here again, I don't know. I mean, obviously the thing that needs to happen from the Splinterlands dev team is they need to fix this. They need to make sure that these no summoner, no monster teams can't be submitted against other bots, and you can't get rating, DEC, and reward shares for doing so. Same thing on a loss here. They shouldn't be able to get 40 rating for losing this battle against another bot and not submitting any teams. But I think the bigger question is, and again, I don't know if we're going to win this battle, but if you have these bot farms consistently, like and I'll show you, if you track all these names, and you can write them down, you can look them up. It's Elliot, VBG, it's Vernical Lore, BUSD 58, Tronglock. All of these tie back to the big 3 bot farms. The Aaron Ends, the Ondodlins, and all these other bot farms that we've talked about so many times before. They're exploiting the system again. And at some point, honestly, if these bot farms continue to exploit the system and do these things that are obviously not in the spirit of the game, if you have repeat offenders that keep trying to break the game and steal rewards and steal from essentially the ecosystem, other players, at some point you need to identify those bot farms and those accounts and just say, look, enough's enough, no more. You're done. You're jailed. You're timed out. I don't know. I mean,
it's just abusive behavior, and we know who the accounts are. We know who the players are, and honestly, if you have terms of service, enforce them. Splinterlands, do something about it. It's just going to keep happening over and over and over again, and I mean, you can keep putting the patches in, keep putting the changes in, which are great changes, right? I mean, the progress that's been made here in the game has been excellent. So, I mean, obviously keep doing that, but at the same time, I mean, these repeat offenders, they need to be sent a message, honestly. Gaming the system like this and just stealing from the game should have some repercussions. Otherwise, you're just saying, hey, business as usual, continue to try and rob us and our economy. And I don't know. I don't know the solution, but I do feel that at least fix this loophole and exploit, and then maybe as a community we can discuss maybe what is a behavior or an action to an exploit behavior in the future for repeat offenders. Anyways, just wanted to get this out to the community. Hopefully Splinterlands dev team sees this, gets this patched and fixed, and we don't have this exploit running rampant and stealing rewards from the economy in the future. Until next time, keep stacking those stats.
That's entertainment.